Okay, we got the bear. Quest completed! Yay! Okay, who's next? The ox or the snake? What did the ox want again? Oh yeah, he wanted us to investigate the bandit camp. Yeah, well, we could do the snake first since it's above that one. Investigate the basin by the forest lake. We can do that. Pushing aside thrushes and cattails, you find a strangely carved pedestal. You may be mistaken for a bird bath, but you didn't know any better. You run your fingers around the edge of the bowl. The remaining pixie dust on your hand flakes off as drawn by invisible force. Oh yeah, we had that invisible guy, like, chasing us with this. Crude pictographs appear on the surface of the basin. They depict a coiled snake presiding at the center of some kind of festival. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are carved on the outside. You see symbols resembling fey dust, dancing fireflies, and bird feathers. Okay, we got fairy dust. You shake out the fine dust of the bowl and settles evenly on the inside surface. Okay, we need feathers and fireflies, so that shouldn't be too hard to do. Okay, fireflies. Each of the fireflies alights upon the edge of the bowl, stepping delicately until they are evenly spaced. That's cool of them. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are carved. Feathers. Placed into the basin, the feathers arrange themselves into a perfect triangular symmetry. The basin begins to glow a soft yellow as the fireflies rise from the muck within. They begin to dance up and down, drawing circles high above the bowl. Glitter rains down gently, simmering as it catches rays of sunlight. Slowly, the particles trace a form of bridge leading from the edge of the water to the center of the lake. You attentively test the strength of the spectral walkway and find that a strong few were made of solid stone. Huh. Interesting. Find the snake in the fairgrounds. They got 1,000-yard stairs and don't seem to notice I'm even there. Interesting. A well-muscled hunk, flexing with faraway look in his eyes. His bright clothes stand in stark contrast to his look of tired apathy. The snake is good to us. People really like these parlor tricks. Very stereotypically dressed in all the trappings people associate with magic, likely compensating for something. Ah! The sass on this witch. Metronomic juggler. The jugglery on display here is unbelievably consistent, also almost hypnotic. So let me guess, everybody's in a daze. Dazed and confused. The snake would like to meet me. I'm sure he would. Hi. Draped in glittering jewelry, the serpent stares intently into the crystal ball as you approach. Welcome, my dear, welcome. I saw that you would come here in search of answers. Ha, I just came here in search of Bod. Is that him outside, right, with the loot? The minstrel, yes, he's been working off a debt to me. All those folk out there seem a touch addled. What do you do with them? They're all humble folk looking for something, just like you are. I'm here to provide them with my services in exchange for a bit of work. What are you, some sort of carnival wizard? You're making quite the racket in my forest. A wizard? No, no, no. I'm a seer, a scryer of hidden myths, a foreteller of fortunes, and keeper of secrets. Fancy titles you've given yourself. Sound like you're nothing but a used cart salesman peddling your wares to the gullible. Ah, skeptic, step closer and set the crystal ball reveal its mysteries. The snake's voice drops low and seems to fill the tent with a heavy weight. I'm a helper of sorts, an unraveler of knots. I make forgotten remembered. You feel the scaly touch of slithering coils wind around you, but you are powerless to move. And you have forgotten much. The snake's eyes swirled in the pattern you've never seen. Imperceivable colors collapse into themselves and fracture in kaleidoscopic mosaics against the canvas walls. A voice speaks from far away. It takes you a moment to realize it's your own. I have forgotten. I have forgotten so much. Let me help you find your answers. The serpent coil slowly squeezed the consciousness right out of you. With a desperate push of willpower, you blink away from the snake's hypnotic gaze. Wait, get off me, you worm! You wriggle your body out like a sack of loose twigs. Despite you protesting bones, you manage to squirm free and tumble backwards out of the tent. When your eyes open, you find yourself back outside the snake's tent. You pick yourself up from the ground, dust off your shoulders. I guess that sly serpent has some tricks up his sleeve. I'd better come back with a plan before next time I go in there. The festival patron seems confused after you tussle with the snake as the spell over them was momentarily shaken. The crowd disperses, they fumble about in a haze. Now's my chance to get a word in with the bard. Maybe I can get him out of this mess. Stumbling his loot, the strapping young man has a faraway look in his eyes. Is it wistfulness, nostalgia, or even hypnosis? Wonder I may, but neither way, if she, I call my lover. To my chagrin, I stumbled in and met the gaze of another. Curious, I stared, but not prepared, and it was my mistake, a binding gaze, and now I live my days as servants of the snake. Cry not for me, that she and I might still see me saved. My spirit they lift as she holds the gift from before I was enslaved. A mirror but shattered, as pieces have scattered, if mended we will be set free. Down the Wishing Well's wellspring to the swamp of the moonlit ring was, and hiding within the pixie's tree. Okay. Down the Wishing Wellspring to the swamp's moonlit ring and the pixie's tree. What's all this about a broken mirror? You gave it to that weeping maiden? Speak plainly, you warbling fool. No matter what you do, the poor musician barely seems to realize you're there. He just keeps strumming his lute and humming his mournful tune. Pah, maybe that lovesick miss will know what he's on about. Oh, still my beating heart. Have you any news about my dear sweet love? I found him in the carnival, but he's been mesmerized by the snake. Unless I can break the spell, no one in the carnival can leave. The snake? Say it isn't so. I heard how he grants wishes, but only for a terrible price. How would my love be so desperate to consort with that charlatan? I haven't a clue, but he struck deep. The only thing I managed to get out of him was something about a mirror. Do you know anything about that? A mirror? Oh, yes, it was the first gift he'd ever given me. From inside her bodice, she produced a small cracked hand mirror. But one night it slipped from my balcony and shattered on the cobblestones. I tried to piece it back together, but I could never find the last 3 shards. This song mentioned something about a wishing well, a moonlit swamp, and a pixie tree. Keep that mirror close. I'll seek out the missing shards and return them to you. Oh, thank you. I should be very much loved to see a hole once again. Okay, let's go to the well. And see about collecting that. Yeah, wasn't there like eyes in here earlier? You hike up the hem of your skirt from ankle-deep whale water and duck down to inspect the small damp cave. A pale shape quickly retreats further into the dark space. You hear the labored breath of some pathetic thing, frightened and alone. Hello there, don't worry, I won't hurt you. Bloodshot eyes blink nervously at you. The creature gazes longingly at the light of the world above while simultaneously cowering from it. Oh dear, what are you doing down this hole? I bet you're hungry, aren't you? 2 thin, malnourished arms twist out from the crevice. One hand tightly clutches a shard of glass, while the other hand reaches out to you, begging for food. Okay, roast beast. Can probably do that. Yes, we can. Go, buddy. The creature snatches at the meat so quickly that you nearly lose a finger. It scurries back into its little crevice and you hear satisfied munching from within. Take it. Well, I'm glad, you got fed, buddy. Creature is preoccupied with the frenzied eating. Good. We fed a malnourished creature? Human? Something. But apparently this has nothing to do with that locked gate, so we'll probably have to come back up here again in a future chapter. Okay, I believe the pixies gather up this way, so we can try to do that. Yeah. The gnarled tree is littered with countless trinkets and bits of trash, glued haphazardly together from a glittering hive. You reach for the sharp piece of broken glass that could be the mirror shard, but you pull your hand away at the last moment. 1,000 beady eyes peer out of the tree's knotholes. A familiar crackling voice floats above the others. You again? Ugh, Kettlehead, what do you want now? I come for the mirror shard. Hand it over and you won't have to strangle you again. No way, we need shinies to keep gross fairy folk away. Best fairy repellent there is. What? Since we're fairies afraid of shiny things. Well, I don't see no fairies around, do you? Maybe we can work something out. Them smelly mushroom herders have been encroaching on our turf, see? They've been building those stupid little stone shrines of theirs, and worse yet, they've been hiring mercenaries to guard them. So we can't go anywhere near them, but maybe a big stomper like you can take care of the problem for us. And then you'll give me that shard. Hey, if there ain't no fairies, we won't need no fairy repellent. I mean, he's got a point there. So, destroy the fairy shrines in the forest. Apparently I already destroyed one. Oh. Okay, we need a tinderbox then. Of course we need fat. So, where's the nearest rodent? There's one over here too. Might as well get the dog one while we're here. Interact. Might as well get the dog fur in case we need it for later. Kill poor little Stanleys, because I'm sure we'll need the changeling root at some point. R.I.P. Stanley. Forever missed. Okay, so we need, catch some fairies. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Okay, got the cinder box. Ignite the cinder box. Okay, we got another, thing out of that, which is good. A little fruit. I kicked over those little rock piles like you asked. So give me the shard, I'll knock over this nest too. You smash fairy shrines? Yeah, good. Take it, we don't need your trash. Take it. Cool. And now I guess there's a shard in the swamp. These ones are turning out to be pretty easy. Okay, map says... What does the map say? The map. Residents of the swamp make do with cast-offs. Okay, what does that mean? Cutest couple. These animated wooden effigies seem to engage in a ritualistic dance. They march stiff patterns around a reflective piece of glass embedded in the soft ground. Okay. You'll lean in for a better look and just long enough to make out the shard's mirrored surface, reflecting the ghostly image of the moon. You'd think to reach in and grab it, but the swinging limbs of the dancing totems are too dense and quick. After the way you overgrown twigs, maybe I could get them to shift their attention to some other glittering bubble. Moonlight globe. Okay. We can make this. Okay. And then we need that. What is that? Toes McMoondrop? Go to McMoon drop. Do I need to kill one of these guys? Snagvine? Okay. It is a Totemek moon drop. Okay. Now we got the moonlight globe. Beautiful. Now what do I do with it? Maybe I can get them to shift their attention to some glittering bubble. Moonlight globe. You cast the glowing globe right into the ritual circle and watch the wooden effigies suddenly lose coordination and knock into their wooden limbs into each other. You take the opportunity to slip between their tall frames and snatch the mirror shard before the frenzied dance begins anew. I take it. Hey, bring the mirror shards to the weeping maiden. Hey, we're back. Have you found any of the mirror shards? I wonder where they could be. Here they are, in my hands. You gingerly hand over the broken glass shards to the maiden. She's careful not to cut herself on the razor-sharp edges as she slots them into the mirror frame. The pieces click into place perfectly, and the surface of the mirror ripples in like the water on the lake. Ripples calm, settling into the form of a pristine crystal mirror. She gazes into the mirror with awe. Look, it's as good as new. Oh. The man's reflection ripples and morphs into the visage of the handsome young man. My love, is that you? Overcome with joy, a fresh stream of tears roll down her cheeks. I can't believe my eyes. I don't understand. What happened? Where are you? I'm imprisoned inside my own head. It's horrible here. You have to get me out. It's horrible here in my own head. You went to the snake, didn't you? Why would you do something so stupid? Listen, my love, I have a confession to make. I'm not actually that good of a musician. You're a bard, dude. Just saying. What are you talking about? You were so beautiful upon your balcony. A bum like me would never get your attention, so I, asked the snake to help me out a little. I thought I'd protect myself from the snake's hypnotic gaze with this magic mirror, but when you went and broke the darn thing... I didn't break it, it slipped out of my hand. Wait, don't put this on me. How could you be so irresponsible? At a moment in time, children, we fixed the mirror. We should be able to break the snake's spell now. Yes, you have no idea how unbearable it is being stuck here. There's nothing in the awful poetry and song lyrics that don't even rhyme. Please, Granny, take the mirror. I can hardly stand to look at the buffoon any longer. Babe, wait. Okay, I, confront the snake at the fairgrounds. Sorry, man. You suck. Back again. Take a seat and let me gaze into your eyes. Sudden dread gripes the snake as you swing the shimmering mirror to meet his eyes. The mind-altering patterns of the gaze are reflected back at him. Slowly but steadily, the snake leans closer and closer to the surface of the mirror. Your forked tongue flicks against the glass and disappears beyond it. It's so beautiful. Like a length of rope being pulled through an eyelet, the little snake lunges forward and vanishes into his own reflection. The mirror jolts and bucks into your hand, clattering to the ground. You stoop down carefully not to look too deeply. Hidden in the reflection of the mirror's surface, you can faintly make out a tiny wriggling shape trapped just beyond the veil of this world. The soul of the snake. Okay. Just under an hour of recording, we got 2 souls today. That's doing pretty good. Okay, the ox is what's left for this set. Everybody cleared out of the fairgrounds. That's good. I love the derpy looking snake that they have painted above this. It is so great. Just saying. Aw, stay together again. Looks like the 2 of them are working things out. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad he, got to keep the girl kind of situation. The ox in the fields. He wanted me to investigate that camp, didn't he? So we'll track the ox. Yeah, into the bandit camp in the fields. Okay. Don't remember what that wanted, but we'll figure it out. They want a dreadful doll. Okay. We can do that. Okay, we gotta investigate. Talk to the bandit boss. Ah, sly old fox, how'd you manage to get your creaky bones past me grunts? Me mucks must be getting fat around the waist and let you slip by so easily. Never too old to teach some youngins that hands are better left out of people's pockets. Next time I catch you thugs rooting for gold, they better recount their fingers. Ain't afraid of nothing, are ya? Let me be the first to welcome you to our merry camp, though I suspect you didn't come to scold us. What do you know about the ox who worked for the southern fields? He told me a family might come through this way. Oh yeah, we know all about the ox. We might have seen that family of his. But on the other hand, maybe we didn't. What's it to ya? Listen up, you big lug. That information is just about the only thing stopping me from changing the whole lot of you into stinking chickens. Alright, Granny, no need to get upset. We're just playing games, you know? Well, we seen the family, a boy and his mom. If I remember, always walking that big ox shadow. Anyways, looking afraid always looking afraid of him, too. So you didn't kidnap him? Where are they now? You know, you remind me of a dear old ma. She didn't take no guff from no one, either. She used to bake the most delicious meat pies. I sure do miss her cooking. Me and the boys have been awfully hungry lately. Even as hard work and crime doesn't always pay. Say, you know how to bake? I even got me ma's pie recipe right here. Who knows, on a full stomach, I might even remember something about that missing family. Humble pie, leave. Hey, how do I make a pie? Oh god. Field. Rose. Okay, we can meet the meat. Make the meat, I mean. Moo. Oh. So we need to get some moo. I thought I had some moo. I guess I used it. Moo. Moo. Okay. Go is completed. How do I do the chicken foot? Crow's foot. Not chicken foot. Field. These good for crows? Guess they are. Yep. Here you go, buddy. Give me a foot. Okay, we got one. Humble pie. At least I don't have to get a thing every time I'm here. Say, you know how to bake? I even got Ma's pie recipe right here. Who knows? On a full stomach, I might even remember something about that missing family. P5 fo fum, I want a pie, my tummy tum tum. Come on, then, have a helping. The bandit plunges his hand into the pie, grabbing a fistful. He barks in delight, and wet chunks of pie filling splatter in his gob. Ah, delish, just how Ma used to make. But something's different. He picks a small black feather between his yellow teeth. Is this crow? I figured you could do with the serving of humility. The gargantuan man's lips bend to quiver, great weary tears up his beady eyes. What's the matter, dearie? The spice is too strong? Nah, it ain't the spices. It's just... He deteriorates into great shuddering sobs that shake the camp. Oh, I said I was a bad seed. I said I wasn't good for nothing by eating and thieving, but all I really wanted to do was dance. He just danced. I was gonna make the greatest dance troupe in the world I'd ever seen. I had his names in mind and everything. Pickin' leapin' pockets. Pickin' the leapin' pockets, huh? But I ain't do nothing but talking, always taking. Oh, and Ma was right. I'm a bad apple. Come on now, dry those eyes. You're not all bad. He snorts a daggling gob of stomp back into his nose. You really think so? You gently reassure him with another helping of pie. Of course not. You're going to tell me all about the ox's family, aren't you? Oh, right. Well, you see, we've been spying on that ox for years now. Every full moon, he'd go out to the fields all by his lonesome. He'd howl at the sky, and what he'd say, oh yeah, he'd yell back, a baccarat cock-or-not bob. It always sounded like he got in an argument with somebody, but it was never anyone else there except that creepy old scarecrow of his. He pat the sniffling rogue on his stubby cheek. That's a good lad. Maybe it's time you think about trading those daggers for dance shoes. He scuffs more handfuls of crumbling pie between his blubbering lips. Yes, I ought to do that. I'll dance. Okay, the dancing bandits, I guess, are here now. Whatever. Let's go, get that ox. This is the right way, right? For you, what do you want? That lumpy vegetable farmer saying you go back and tell him suck eggs. What? Who? Oh, don't play all innocent with me. I know the spy when I see one. Get lost, turnip head. Oh. Speak to the scarecrow, not the, farmer. This eerie simulacrum of human sways in the breeze. Its lumpy face seemed to leer at you as if expecting something. Ah, abracacorncob. The figure creaks against its pole and a vegetative head twists and looks at you and takes a wheezing breath, expelling a moth from its mouth hole. Hello, yes, have you come to strike a deal with the great and magnanimous harvest master? No thank you. I'm involved in quite too many dark contracts with supernatural beings already. Why then have you summoned me? Has the ox made a deal with you, perchance? The ox? Why yes, terrible trade, I say, but a deal is a deal. What sort of trade? Does it have to do with his missing family? Yes, he said he wanted to win pretty prizes, grow the best crops, and he said he would give up anything in the world. So he offered me his wife and son, and I'm not one to refuse a bargain like that. Where are they? What did you do with them? Don't worry, they're fine, but as long as I make the crops grow, they belong to me. And if the crops should fail, your deal will be broken. I am the great harvest master, my harvest will never fail. We'll see about that. I better take a closer look at these prize-winning plants. Withering can. These crops are robust, thriving beyond anything else nearby. These stalks don't look so sturdy to me. A good herbicide ought to shrill these right up. That'll teach the ox a lesson about proper agricultural practices. I need a sturdy enough vessel to hold the poison, though. Maybe I'll convince that vegetal fellow to give up that nice big watering can of his. I guess they're enemies, so this should be pretty easy. I move. Well, hello again. Find any answers of what that ox is up to? As a matter of fact, I have. It seems he traded his family to a turnip wizard, a field genius, something of other such nonsense. Ah, you must mean the harvest master. That explains a lot, actually. Bad business getting mixed up with that sort of fellow. The farmer nervously wipes his brow with the back of his leafy hand. Not that I would know anything about that myself. Listen, I don't have time to exchange farm gossip. I need to borrow your watering can over there. I'd be happy to lend it to you, but unfortunately I still need to grow my prize-winning vegetable. You glanced out of the fat head of the cabbage bobbing gently against a blanket of big swaddling leaves. You think may have heard a faint giggle coming deep within the fronds. Seems plenty big enough to me. You wait. My little baby is going to grow to be a great big baby. I'm going to be the belle of the ball in this year's festival. But if it were to you, say, grow a little faster, I suppose I wouldn't need my watering can at all. You swear the farmer winks at you despite not being equipped with any eyes. Does anybody here grow produce in an honest way? Let me take a little look at the little tyke. Look down at the fattest little cabbage you ever seen. But if it gets your hands on that watering can, it could stand to be a little fatter. Growth posted turkey gizzard stone, jar of water. We need to make some empty jars, so that requires us to find a fire.